Hello, welcome to Leah's crazy tutorial how to bake models with lighting to bring it to AltSpace VR through Blender. So right now I got all of the models ready, the text, the color. I'm going to show you how to do textures. So right now I'm doing the heart with you guys. So we'll go to edit mode. I'm going to save the texture here. I'm going to label it heart. And then we're going to go to mesh, go to smart UV project. So right now I put the margin of it. Island margin is 0.01, and the area weight 0.06. And I have these two checks, so it ended up coming here for me to have so there's no mesh conflict with each other. I select it, I scale it by clicking S, and G I move it to the side. And I'll put it at the heart here, the texture, separated with the other ones. Select to make the texture, select this one, not these ones because they'll be affected. So see, for each one, they have their own corner area. So when it's baked, it's not affected. So what I'm going to do with this one is, this is going to be the base. And go to scene. I'm going to bake it as a JPEG, go to bake, and click bake, and it's there. But I always had the mistake all the time. I forgot to remove the heart from the scene because it ended up taking the lighting from it. There. And go do the next one. Go to edit mode. Go to ring and bake, and there's the ring and the heart. Go back, put it in the scene again, surface, go to edit mode, go to heart and bake. For this mod to be in AltSpace, you need to have it as one material. So I go to Blender Render, I'm going to take out the nodes for all. We don't need the area light anymore. So go to materials, go to mesh, and add the base. With the lighting, can go to shadeless. We'll go to shadeless again for the ring. Then we add the material for ring. There it is. Put back the cursor to center, go back to heart, shadeless, and go back to texture for the heart. It's there. There's the model. But to join this whole model together is go from the bottom to the top to the bottom. Then click Shift and right click and click Control G to join the mesh together. And then we're going to bake it as one material. So there it is, and we're going to bake it by 300 by 300. I'm going to label it as heart piece. Sorry for my terrible spelling. And we're going to go back to scene, and we're going to bake. There it is. Then we're going to save this texture in model test. Save it as a JPEG. And save. Don't always remember to save your project, because sometimes Blender crashes. Go back to object mode. We're going to remove some materials because there's already one material, because we cannot have multiple materials in AltSpace because it won't work, the model. Then I'm going to open, go to project piece, the file I saved is model test. There it is, and we click open, and that's always go, if you want to add the new textures, go to image. In next to materials there's textures, And always make sure your model is not so giant when you're saving the files. Here, this is the size it would look like, but it's very big. I like to scale it down so I have no worry about it being so giant. But I did a major mistake because I about to scale the camera. Go back then, there's good. And to save the file, go to export. So export to Ultimate. I save as Collado because they're much easier for me. Default. Apply modifiers and only check selected UV map. Now everything else you can leave it on its own. Put the title for hard piece. And export. So we go back to documents. Here's your texture and your file format. We go to GitHub. Go to save it in Montreal, but go to here. There's my models. Apply upload file. Sorry for all my crazy pictures. Go to documents, go to model test if I can find it at the moment. There it is. Drag it there. Then you go cancel because it's already there, and you upload. So just commit change. If you want to bring the model, you can use raw get. Go to the model you save it as, so model test. Go to DE and select this the URL, and you bring it in here. You copy the URL, and that's where you put for your model. I can get to the top. Put it here as your asset item. Put the URL here for your model that you ID'd, and you label it for the area. And that's how you bring big lighting to a model.